What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. So, family, these days are coming short. I am about to head back to Africa, and I hope each and every one of you will be able to chime in and let me know what is the next thing that you would be interested in seeing, hearing, or me doing. Yes, I will be back in the motherland, and I will be in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, looking at Zimbabwe and Zambia. That's right. This is your man, not your boy, because I'm going to be traveling back to the continent. I want to know what the viewers, my so called subscribers, are wanting to hear, see, or me do. Um, I'm also going to invite for those who want to come in and share maybe some things that you might have enjoyed that you want me to stay at it, some things that you want me to continue to report, however, which way um, you all can chime in because, like I've said before, it's not about me, it's about we. And, family, I'll also say that. Look forward. I am having my web page built right now. Go black to africa.com. And I am looking for some great things out of that. It's going to be beautiful. You know, brother had to pay that money. But I am thankful that I'm going to be able to have a web page that where you can go, you can check out some of my videos that I'm not going to upload on so-called YouTube when I keeps it real, and also those extra little bits that may I might want to put out there on my website. Of course, I won't be scrutinized or screened or kicked off or whatever. So we're gonna be doing some business from off of our Go Black to Africa.com website. Looking at starting doing tours, hopefully on the east next summer time for Tanzania, Zanzibar area. Me and my wife, we are in talks with that right now. We're going to try to figure out maybe how we're going to do it. We're going to lay out, some beautiful places that we've seen, and we think that each and every one of you all will be able to enjoy. I got people on the ground that I know, many of folks that are over there that will even make the time that much more better. And I believe that it will be a great tour. I also am thinking about doing over in Ghana as well, tours over in Ghana because I got folks and family there in Ghana, so that we'll be able to give you all a beautiful tour, an awesome tour. Now, this ain't gonna be for the po folk either. This is gonna be, it's gonna cost, when I say cost, it's gonna be around the typical tours, but it might be a little more because my wife, and I, we said when we do it, we like to do it nice. We don't like to cut corners. It's gonna be on point. Ain't gonna be wasting people's time. It ain't on Negro black time. As we say, what is it? Uh BPT is not going to be on BPT. It will be you feeling like you are a king and a queen, which you are, and the red carpet will be rolled out for you. Everything will be exquisite. Everything will be up to par, above par in our tours that we do. This is only going to be for select few. These are only for those once in a lifetimes memories that you will have, to where our tours are going to be A1. Now, I've been on some great tours, and and so I won't try to compare and compete with anybody out there. I like to stay in my lane and do what have you, But I know that we have people out there who wants to um, live at a certain lifestyle standard that they're at, which I think most people gonna be able to afford this, or some might have to save up for. But we are looking at, doing some tours there, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, and to give everybody the taste and the feel of both sides. Now, there'll be separate tours. They won't be joined together because that would probably be too much, flying all the way across Africa to get over to the east of Africa. So we're not sure exactly the exact date, but those times will come, and we will see how it all turns out. We'll see. Um, let me say this right here too, family, that for those who are coming in, I will who just came in, that yes, I will be heading out here in a few days. And so I wanted to come out and reach out to you all, give me some ideas, give me some pointers, maybe some things you might want to see different, hear different, know about different than what I have done in the past. For y'all who are new, you are lucky because um you get to see me start this tour. I'll be gone for about 8, 9, 10 months. So I'm gonna be over there and I'm gonna be opening up some cracks, crevices, and kind of showing some things that I'm gonna be doing on the personal side. Um, but as well as just y'all can just chime in and see how I'm doing each day, me sharing my whole heart feelings and my experiences and giving y'all a taste of each of the countries. I will be spending a little bit longer time than usual in most of the countries I go to. Um, as long as I can get, you know, navigate around and stuff. I will spend a little bit more time, anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even a month. If I'm enjoying myself, I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. I'm just good, you know. So I can take my time. I don't really have to, like I say, be anywhere. So I just want to kind of just kick it and lay back a little bit, whatever. But 2, 3 weeks, I get bored real quick unless you can keep me interested in seeing some different things. But not all things I find people are interested in. So that's where y'all come in. So I'm gonna put in a link because we're gonna get started early and people can call in. You can say and share or what have you, and share what your favorite video is or was, or what's if you got any questions about any country, if you got um ideas, opinions, views, chime on in. The link is in the chat, and I shall wait for you all. For those who don't want to come on or look for your questions, please put a question mark over there. If you have a question, an idea, please put, share your idea and all that right there. Go black for prez. No, I don't want to be no president. Nah, that's too political for me. They kill off presidents, especially in Africa. You know that. Yeah. You're gonna have to comply or die. And I'm not willing to die for the sake of being a puppet for a country. I'd rather be just free in me. That's it. Have a safe journey, my brother, says Tut Vision. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Uh, am I gonna do a tour in Namibia? Laughs and laughs. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a tour in Namibia. I'm gonna just try to stay the coastal because of I know that number one, the west of Africa is a lot closer flight. If you're going to Ghana, if you're going to Sierra Leone, I mean, I had a hard time finding a flight that was 23 hours to get there. But anyway, hey, that's what you got to go through when you're traveling to, places that don't have major airlines going there. And so, yeah, especially from America. America ain't trying to do no flights. I think they got 2 direct flights that you'd be lucky to get, and I couldn't even find it. And one was from New York. I hit one time to Lome, Togo, to Ghana, and then I thought there was one direct that was going to Nigeria, but I think that was like out of Atlanta or somewhere. I can't remember, but I remember somebody telling me that. Yeah, yeah, okay. Let's see what folks got to say up in here. Yeah, come bring your ideas. What do you like to see? What would you like to hear? What would you like to see me do differently? Why haven't I touched Nigeria? It's on the list. Nigeria is coming, family. It's on the list. Um, and I really am trying to save certain countries so me and my wife can do it at the same time. And Nigeria is one of those, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see here. Okay, we got here. Heartbeat TV says, when you go to Africa, show jobs people with degrees can get if possible. Heartbeat, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Getting jobs in Africa is hard. You gotta create a job. If anybody have watched Maya, he's done many of videos that he shows people who have started businesses. I cannot recall ever running into one from the West. I'm going through my memory bank who got a job in Africa. I mean, unless they're maybe in the medical field or something like that, or something, they might be volunteering. But to a job, I don't know of it. Not to say it don't exist. I don't know of it. And some of y'all be too afraid to even get the pay that they're willing to pay. Okay, all right. Let me go heartbeat. All right, how much you making right now, and how much of a pay cut you be willing to take? Because some people, they just can't get past the money. Say, oh, I'm making 100,000. You go to Africa and you only making 15,000. Are you willing to take a pay cut? And 15,000, that is a lot in some of these countries. A lot. You may not get that. Let's see here. How about Somalia? How about Somalia? Welcome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be out there in Somalia too. Once I go ahead and get around, I shall do that. Tours will be outstanding. Yes, I'm gonna be going here, hit up on them tours. Most definitely. Like I said, keep in mind, goblacktoafrica.com is coming your way. I'm looking at launching that in January time frame. So look for that right there. I got some great guys who are that I went and they're going to be doing it, and they're in Africa doing my website. And a brother who actually is part of that team there, shout out to him, who's going to orchestrate my website and all that right there from the UK. Actually, he's now doing business there in Tanzania, doing a lot of business over there. So Tawanda, what's happening, my man? Shout out to him. He do a well job on my webpage and all that right there. I'm gonna pass him on to everybody else. But he's saying that, hey, when I was showing him some web pages, he's like, I can do way better than that. But we gonna see. Sometimes talk is cheap, but you know what? I'd rather to go ahead and give it to my brother man than the other man when it comes to trying to, just helping out right there. But I did warn him, you play with my money. You play with my money, man. I'm telling you, hey, I warned them up front. I just warned them up front. Sometimes you gotta warn our people. Sometimes we just gotta do that. Like, look, man, I'm telling you, hey, and I just did the video of the scam by the so-called Swahili teacher in Tanzania, you know, which people are out on the look for him right now. I haven't gotten an email yet, but you know what? For those who are out there in Tanzania, you want $200, locate where he is, reach out to me. And then, like I said, don't approach him, but you just need to let me know where he is. We're gonna call the police and all right there and handle it so he can get some of the. Hopefully, he can do the time for all the people he took their money or what have you. We'll see on that one right there. Let's see here. There again, the link. Let me put the link back in for that. Somebody who wants to call in, holler at your man, not your boy. Maybe share your opinions, your views on my next visit over here to Africa in a few days. Okay, you're heading out end of the month, Mombasa, Andar. Okay, Oscar, look me up. Well, I didn't say look me up because I won't even be over there at that time, depending on how long you're going to be over there. What countries are you planning on go to? Okay, I already listed those right there. Liberia, Sierra Leone, I will be on, and I haven't made my mind up whether or not I'll be going skipping back over to Ghana for a minute or two, or zipping back over to go to maybe to Zimbabwe and Malawi or Zambia. We're gonna see. I got people who reached out to me, so I got some contacts, and we'll see if however which way. Okay, so you're doing 4 months, Oscar? Okay. All right. Well, good. Hey, have you been there already or what? You need to go ahead and call in if you're able to. Maybe we can go ahead and let people hear our conversation and maybe how your journey is. Is it your first time going? Are you from there? What? I would like to see Miss Wog. Good daily. Hey, how you doing, my sister? I would like to see you go back to Ghana or like Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, I'm going to be going to Lagos one day. I'm not sure. Me and my wife gonna do that together. But Ghana, of course. I'm thinking about probably going after my Liberia trip. Stop back on in there, check out fam, the friends, and stuff like that. So we'll see. All right, we got somebody up in here. All right, who we have here today?
Yes, how you doing, man? This is me. I was watching you, and you're saying about visiting different countries in Africa. Um, isn't Israel a part of Africa?
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's an argument on that, but I would say it's still on the, they want to call it the plate of Africa, what have you. Um,
Uh-huh.
but me personally, I say it is, for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about Egypt or Morocco?
Okay, I've been to Egypt already. Me and my wife was just talking about Morocco, maybe hitting up Morocco in December. So haven't decided yet because I mean, I got to play out that time frame with her schedule if she's gonna come over at that time. But yeah, I've done Egypt.
Okay, awesome. I have one more quick question. Would you ever do a collaboration with JT, the bigger figure, Cuddy Cuz, and them, and kind of do like in the Bag family is kind of like a conference or a stream where you guys can give your opinions of pros and cons of Africa and what what keeps you there and what would want to bring me there.
Yeah, well, I already did um um I just lost my thought now. JT the bigger figure. Yeah, we did two collabs together. I
Oh
interviewed him
wow,
last
okay,
I interviewed him last year, and then I was in Nairobi, and I went and checked him out at his place. So we did a video together, and had some good conversations right there, in front of our viewers and stuff like that. But as far as
awesome.
trying to get people on this channel right here, it's a good idea
Uh-huh.
that we probably need to start doing more collabs together, having discussions, so that
Right.
people can kind of see us together as a group.
Okay. And just one last thing before I get off. I was reading a story the other day where a guy went to the Caribbean or somewhere like that, and
Hmm.
out of the country, and he made a lot of money by making like sauce, like barbecue sauce and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, do the Africans are they into things like that, different sauces and spices, as far as just trying to be creative and what kind of business that you would actually want to start there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there who do. I mean, Africa, depending on what country, they got places. They got, of course, sauces are all over the place in their grocery stores and
Yeah.
everything. So,
Oh, wow.
I did an interview with my man there in Tanzania, from Jamaica. He started his Jamaican restaurant there. He got his special sauces that he have. The
Oh,
reggae
wow.
flavor is what his business name is. So
Okay.
when I interviewed him, he showed people of his different sauces that he had. The businesses, man,
Okay.
is limitless. So I mean, whatever man you can
Right.
come with. You haven't been to Africa?
No, sir. No, sir. I've often thought about it. I would like to one day. You know.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know. And one more thing. I noticed that they have jewelry. I've seen a JT. He has a chain with a tiger or some type of animal tooth on it. Is there where they? You remember back in the day when they had those medallions and things and
Mhm.
necklaces? Could you buy things from Africa and ship them here to us, and we could buy from you? As far as the business, as far as exporting their goods here.
I mean, you can do it. I'm not going to get into it. It's just too much of a headache for me. You're talking about a full-time job. But I mean, there are people
Okay.
who do that. Yes, there are people who will I mean, Africans do it all the time. I mean, that's how you get a lot of this African arts and stuff here in America. Those
Right.
who go back and forth or ship goods back over, especially in the large cities, whether it's New York or Cali, Miami. Um, we had a large African shop there in South Carolina. Brother was getting his stuff. And
Oh
he
wow.
was from I think he was from Ghana. But
Oh
it's
wow.
it
Okay.
yeah, you can get all that stuff. You can get all that stuff over here. But for me, man, that's work. I ain't trying to work like that. That's work, man. No.
Now, are are you here in America? Or are you in Africa?
I'm right now in America. I leave here in a few more days going back. So I'll be back here in a few more
Wow.
days. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
I I've
All
been
right.
here.
Well. Uh-huh.
Actually, I was telling my wife, I said, I'm actually overdue. I should have been going last month. But
Okay.
the so I've been here what 3.5 months? Let's see, July, August, September, October. Yeah, almost 4 months. So
Wow. Is there anything? I mean, I would imagine if you didn't know a lot of people, is there times you might feel sketchy, or is because there's a lot of money is scarce around the globe.
yeah,
Are there any concerns of actually being scammed, robbed, or manipulated by them in any way?
it happens. I mean, it happens. It's scamming going all everywhere. Scams
Right.
happen. You might get pickpocket. You might, have some stuff
Wow.
stolen from you. I mean, it happens, but it happens here in America too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
So over there,
aren't their laws more stricter than over here as far as thievery is concerned?
nah, it's a lot of loose law over there. A lot of loose law because you
Oh,
don't
got it.
have the technology, let alone probably different the funding to
Uh,
create these so-called investigations and all this right here for them
okay.
to try to seek and find. You get something stolen from you, you might as well consider it gone. You get scammed, and they ain't gonna go hunt for the person. You would just be lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, you be lucky they even if you can find them yourself. But my thing is that nah, man, shoot. Some of the countries I'm saying I've only been to
Uh-huh.
13 of them, and out of those, I would say that maybe 3 or 4 of them are up to par
Mhm.
from what I know on how their
Okay.
police departments and stuff are. When it comes to that,
Okay.
I can't
Mhm.
speak for all as a whole, but yeah.
Now, I see JT in Kenya. Is Kenya? Isn't that more of a modernized country or part of Africa versus
Kenya is
other?
more modern. Kenya is more modern as far as Nairobi's concerned. Mombasa
Uh-huh.
it's a little bit more modern in a sense. So yeah, I mean it's
Okay.
got skyscrapers and
Right.
big malls and everything there. Yeah,
Now, have you been to South Africa?
not yet. Farthest south I've been was Botswana. So right there on the South African borderline. So but I
Mhm.
plan on going there too. Um,
Now,
no matter how far short.
isn't racism really bad in South Africa?
Well, I mean, you hear the stories, brother. You know what I'm saying? You hear the stories, but apartheid and all that was there. I believe there's
Uh-huh.
still there's I've heard some people say yes, there is to certain degrees. I had somebody just email me and said I need to check out this one town that's only for whites onlys, and it needs to have the exposure so that
Right.
they can go ahead and rid that town, whatever. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. And how about Libya? I heard that they're still doing slave trade there in Libya, right?
Slave trade. I mean, you hear stories. I don't know. That's where I was born in
Oh,
Libya. I'm
oh
planning.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So I plan on getting over there too. But they got it where you got to put in for a business visa in order to go there. You just
Oh,
can't do a tourist visa in Libya. So I'm trying to figure
okay.
out
Got
writing a letter. Say, hey, yo, I'm trying to go back to my birthplace so I can
right.
check it
Right.
out.
Right.
So we'll see what they
Yeah.
say.
It'll probably be a birthright. We'll say it was a pleasure speaking with you, man. Hopefully I tune in again one day in the future, man. I don't want to keep you too long. I'll
How
let you
long
get
you been
back
watching
to
the channel, man?
I've been watching you man, I want to say 7 months
About 7 months.
strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe longer than that
Yeah.
because I don't really keep track of time, as far as how long I've been watching you guys. But
Yeah.
I do know I believe I started watching you before I even tuned on to the Back family. Like
Okay.
I would just I would be interested in Africa, and I believe that's how I stumbled across your channel. Just so happily, you guys are kind of interlinked in some way, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, I've been watching you, man. The
Where you
different
from?
places you go.
Where you
I'm
from?
originally from California, but I'm here in Texas now. I
Oh, what
relocated to
part?
Texas. I'm in Fort Worth.
Oh, you in Fort Worth. Okay. All right. You right outside Dallas. Okay.
So,
Yeah, I was just
so
there
yes, sir.
visiting
Yeah.
my daughter just a couple was about a month or so ago. Yeah, I was out there. Yeah.
Is that right? Awesome, awesome.
You out there with old crazy what's his name?
Charleston,
Charleston, yeah.
Charleston White.
Charleston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you won't believe it. Yeah, you won't believe it. One day I was getting ready for work, and I stopped by the racetrack up here to get me some coffee, and I bumped into Charleston White. He stays around here somewhere. Yeah,
Okay.
I seen him. I seen him around a few times, but I actually had a conversate with him. But I seen him there at the racetrack. He, he
Yeah.
he's different than what he is on the camera. Man, he's a real polite guy.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So man, hey bro, I tell you, man, yeah, do yourself a favor, man. Try to find your way over to
I know.
Africa, man. You know what I'm saying? Go black to Africa. because I believe, man,
That's right.
it will change your whole dynamics of your life, your perception. I really do know that it will.
Right.
You know, most definitely.
Right.
All right.
What did but right, Israel, though, I would like, if you plan to go there someday, I think that'd be interesting.
I'll tell you what, I got invite. I got people that I know that I am connected with right there in Dimona, Israel. I was supposed to go last year, but because of COVID, they shut
Uh,
everything down. I was supposed to be there for their 50th anniversary. Uh,
oh,
the
wow.
brothers and sisters that are there, the Hebrew Israelites, who's been there since 1960 68, I think it is. Um,
Uh-huh.
and so yeah, I was supposed to be there last year. Was it last year or year before last? I think it was year before last. Yeah, they're 69. They got there in
Oh,
69.
okay.
So yeah, 69. So they're like 3,000 people strong there in Dimona, Israel. So yeah, I'm still gonna,
Oh, wow.
check them out. But they got family and connections throughout Africa. And typically my Hebrew Israelites hook me up when I'm in Africa. They definitely show me around and you know show me what's going on. So it's definitely good to have family there in
That's right.
Israel that
That's
I'm
right.
going to eventually go visit.
Yes, sir. Hey, it was a pleasure and an honor. I'm gonna continue staying tuned in. So I'll
All right,
chime in
brother.
later.
All right, now have a
Take
good one.
care.
All right, you too. So yeah, family. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link back in to the chat. Those can call in. You got a question if you want to know of anything of Africa, if you will. You can call in. Anything you want to see me film, capture, go visit, journey, what have you. Let me know because I'll be here in a few days, leaving out and back in the motherland. Let's see here. Would you go to the Republic of Congo? Yes, I'm going to visit all 54 countries. Most definitely, I will be there, visiting there. Visa. Okay, I don't know. Thai, what's that? Thai Mega. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's see here. What else questions we got up in here in the chat? Um, I always want to go to Libya. Big fan of Gaddafi. Yeah, Gaddafi. Yes. All righty. Let me bring some
Oh,
folk up in
wow.
here. What's happening? How's it going, brother?
I'm pretty good, man. How are you?
Good, good, good. What you got for me?
A quick question about visas and what country had a more favorable process for the visa for us who actually really do want to go and move over there permanently.
Which country has the what now?
The better visa process, or because it all seems a little unclear as far as trying to get a permanent visa in some of those countries. So you've been to many more countries than me. I've only been to Kenya and Tanzania, but I'm having a hard time figuring out the visa process, and I just wanted your input.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. Each country is so different, and as far as a permanent visa, I don't know of any permanent visa. You can get a resident visa, visa, a business visa. You got all these different types of visas that you can get. But I mean, I think most people flock to Ghana because they have an easier process of getting residency that can allow them to stay, long periods of times. A country like you said, Tanzania, until you get a business visa, you got to go in and out of that country every 90 days, you
Right.
know. Um, and so I would say Ghana probably, or Rwanda too. Rwanda has, I think, an easy process of getting um, a resident visa than most that I know of, But you got to go to their websites, man, and check out what is actually their requirements for you to get those visas. But like I said, most people go to Ghana. Gambia is one of them too. That they're getting them easier, I guess, visas there that people can stay for long periods of time.
Well, that's cool, man. I really appreciate your time, man. Keep up the good work. I'm a huge fan of yours.
I appreciate you, brother. So you Tanzania and Kenya you've been to, huh?
Yes, sir.
What took you out there?
Watching some YouTubes. I was watching Search for Uhuru for a while, and Tanzania was his first country
Yeah.
And he, talked about how most of the people speak English, and you could get the visa on arrival, and it was just easier to do for me for like my first time.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I've been back. When were we there?
Christmas.
No, not Christmas.
September.
September this year, I was back over there in Tanzania. So.
Oh, okay. Good. Good. Good.
Yep.
Good. Good. Great. All right, brother. I appreciate you calling in, my man.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a good one. All righty here, lad. What we got here? Ahmed?
Yes, sir. Go black
Hello.
to Africa for sure, man. I'm with you, brother. I've been
Yeah.
watching your channel for a while, and it's a great channel to educate the diaspora, especially in the Western Hemisphere, as to how Africa really is when you go there and see it for yourself, experience your culture. My grandmother is from Tanzania.
Okay.
I've been to Tanzania. I've been going back and forth to Tanzania since I was about 13 years old. I'm 42 years old.
Okay.
Just to let you know. But yeah, so it's a blessing to have somebody like you to educate these young brothers and sisters here in America who are going through what they go through here, year in, year out, with no real change to these promises that these politicians put forth. For equality, for opportunity. I think if they knew the greater opportunities that await them back home in Tanzania, say for instance Kenya, all these beautiful places, the land of their forefathers, they would go back and take advantage, of the situation at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of quote unquote working for the man here in America,
Yeah.
Which involves, of course, basically selling out,
Mm-hmm.
when you get to a certain level of business
Yeah.
in the country. My father lives in Mwanza. I don't know if you ever got a chance to take a trip to Mwanza by Lake Victoria.
Of course I did. I was up there. I got video on Mwanza. Yeah.
Mwanza is a beautiful place. I actually got to go to school for 3 years as a child in Mwanza. My father took me there, and then we came back to the States. And then I had been going back and forth through the years. But it's a beautiful place, if they just saw the beauty of their own land, sometimes that can give somebody a whole different perspective. And then not only that, interacting with the people. There's so much love, so many smiles people give you back home. It's like, one would be like surprised, as opposed to when you're in America, you walk in like, don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Everybody in Tanzania is like, Jambo, habari gani? Kuna matata, can I help you? Like, hey, where you from? America. Yeah. Oh, brother, come sit with us, chat. Please give us a story.
Yeah.
And
what would you like to see on my visit over there to Africa? What would you like to see? I'm going to be starting out Sierra Leone and Liberia. What would you like to see?
Wow. Speaking of Sierra Leone and Liberia, I have a good friend whose father was the diplomat of Liberia for many years here in Tanzania. I mean, in America. We grew up together, played football, high school football together. It would be great to show, I would say the development. Many people think of Africa like, one big village, like just bomas everywhere, like Shaka Zulu land. And like you were saying earlier, they don't know that, when they go to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, you go to the capitals, you go to these beautiful cities that have so much potential. The potential is there. But the level of potential is so much greater. I mean, like you were saying, the skyscrapers, it's great to show people that, look, Africa is not just one place where, it seems like a Tarzan movie. You know, we have paved roads, we have beautiful, universities, maybe, it would be good to go to educational institutions.
Okay.
Some of those educated brothers who speak English pretty good.
Yeah.
And can educate them on how, Africa's level of educational value and what it brings to the table is a great thing, One thing I had to say too, I've been meaning to reach out to you. I don't know if you're in the mining business. We have land, we have gold mining land, and I'm looking for somebody that brings non-exploitation to the situation. I'm here in the States where it's like everybody's exploiting everybody for things, And my father's from the old school, he was a good friend of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, the great Pan-Africanist. I actually sat down and drank tea with him as a little 9-10-year-old kid. I didn't know the magnitude of the man I was sitting next to, with my father having this conversation with him. But if we could get people to go back to Africa and invest in Africa, they would see how greater their potential is than being here with all these cutthroat situations, within American capitalism and the system set up for these people, empowered to keep their power here.
Yeah. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm not getting into any mining and all that right there. I know people who do it. Matter of fact, I know a guy right there in Tanzania that just lost $20,000 with scam. Bam.
Scam.
Damned. But anyway, so I'm very particular about if I'm going to do business with somebody. I typically do myself. That's it. But that's because, man, I know me and I know how I want things, and I know that if I start something, how I want to finish it, but it works for other people. But for me, I've done well with just trying to stay my course in my business by just me, But if you want me to go ahead and turn, brother, that's over. I'm gonna be with you in 1 second, Omar.
Appreciate Omar, sorry about taking a seat too much.
Yeah,
you're good, brother.
Now, if you want somebody who's there in Tanzania, he's a Tanzanian who actually he's got the so-called machinery and all that. And he's got land that they take out for concrete. Cement, yeah. Okay. So he does that, and he's doing business with the Chinese and all that right there.
The Chinese are loving Africa right now.
Yeah,
But
anyway, let me get to Omar. You can sit tight if you want to. You ain't gotta go nowhere.
All right,
Omar, what's happening? Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, brother, man. I appreciate you for having us on, and I love hearing every time you talk about how people should go and take advantage of going back home. I was fortunately born in East Africa. Somalia. Got the opportunity to come into America as a refugee, and which I'm gladly appreciate the opportunity we got as a young kid. I didn't have nothing to say when the parents brought us over here. I was raised in Kenya, came to the States when I was about 10, and caught up with the lifestyle of them out here.
Yeah.
And I went to university, graduated high school over here, got into sports and all that. Appreciate it. But life totally changes my aspect, everything once you go back and you come back over here. You appreciate everything you have, the opportunities we have over here. And right now, I always tell brothers, hey, future is in Africa. The only continent that's not tapped. Realistically, infrastructure, building what you're going to want to come out of it is back home, I said. Over here, we're making somebody else rich. But you want to work for your own future? I say it's back home. People are hungry for what we know over here. And what we got over here, what can we do for our people back over there? Coming from refugee living in the mud, walking barefooted, and what we have over here, how our kids are being raised, mine says, bro, Africa is the future. You want the next future millionaires, the new future billionaires? It ain't gonna come out from America. I appreciate all the opportunities I got, but back home is where everything is at.
There are more billionaires in Africa, African billionaires, there are here in America, Black Americans. There are more millionaires in Africa African millionaires than there are millionaires here in America.
And I
And
always,
one of the most complicated things people, one of the number one thing most people, when they share with me and send me all these emails wanting to go to Africa, is that where's the jobs? And that's the mindset we have. We don't have an entrepreneurship mind in here in America because we've been taught to be workers. They don't really promote entrepreneurship, and so then I understand the fear too when people are like, well, I got to wait for retirement. People are putting off, and I got to, make sure this is right here in order. I'm like, I understand. I mean, I'm not going to ridicule you because, you're sucking on a nipple and you haven't been weaned. And, I like in what country was I in? I think it's Ghana. The way they weaned a baby from the mother, she puts this stuff on her nipple, which is very bitter.
Yep.
So then when the baby, sucks on the nipple, it's like terrible. And so they pushes away and they don't want to go back no more.
Yep.
And that's how you wean them. And this is how we are in America, is that we're on that nipple of America, damn Erica, and so many people are afraid to be weaned and they rather just stay in their comfort zone, to each his own. But that's why I just say nobody is saying go move to Africa. Go visit.
And I always tell them, brother Akon, I say when Akon was rapping in the States, I say, what was he doing? And I say, was Akon on right now? I say, he letting up all West Africa. He's thinking a futuristic city that's not even manageable. They don't want even African person to think the way he thinking.
Yeah,
the city that's named after him. And so I said, just look it up. YouTube Akon, what he on right now? Why he ain't putting out no music videos?
Oh yeah, I mean, people got to be hip to them. I've hit people to Akon's got Acoin. He's got a cryptocurrency. They just launched that
city that was named after him in Senegal.
Yeah, I know the spot where he is looking at building this so-called crypto city. Right outside of my mic. This the city there, Senegal.
Dakar.
So Dakar, yeah. So I mean, but here's the key thing. I just got an email because I donated to his project that he had, and so yeah, I just received an email about a week ago, and Kenya is actually where they launched his cryptocurrency.
Okay,
and some of these mega medical companies that are out there. And so that was the launch pad. And then also Uganda has embraced him and looking at also doing a crypto city. So yeah, he's doing big things. I mean, and that's why I'm like, I don't know why, these guys out here who scream foul, who got all this money in America, don't go over to Africa and like, I'm going to do my own thing,
That's what I was sometimes don't understand all of. I'm glad all of our brothers that are in the league and all type of leagues, but I'm saying their money is being sucked away from them, and then when they leave the league, they always go broke. What if they would have just invest a bit of their little fortune that will keep them set for the rest of life and back home in a lot of different fields that you can never imagine? But the sad part is they always got to listen to the white man telling them this is the way you should put your money in. At the end of the day, when he goes out, he's got to wait when he can start using his money. When his money can be working for him right now in Africa, which you got and they already said the youngest generation that's going to be in the workforce in the future when Europeans and Asians, they're growing old.
Yeah.
Don't make sense.
Well, there again, because there's the fear. I mean, it shakes me every time when I see these guys who are in these industries who's making millions and they bow down to the powers that be. Whether it was Wiggins in the NBA who took the jab because the fact that he didn't want to lose his job when he got a $42 million contract signed, sealed, delivered, that he could easily walk away. But because when you ain't got this, there's fear. He don't even have to work another day in his life. He can just walk away.
For what?
It's a brainwashed mentality.
Yes.
You sit here, you're indoctrinated by this system, like you said, it pushes you to be a worker bee, a worker, work for the empire. And that working for the empire only keeps that empire in power. while your personal gain is limited. If half of these brothers, not even half of them, invested in Africa, especially these guys in the leagues, their potential, their potential to make way more money than they've ever made in their lives, imaginable, is there. Within the agricultural industry, the mining, the fishing, I know COVID is going on right now, but tourism, these places that look so beautiful, to go and not have to think that, like, when you land in Africa, some giant mosquito is going to land on top of the plane and kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you went on safari before in Tanzania.
Yeah.
The land is beautiful, and just to think, oh, wow, these are where our forefathers were, for hundreds of years, for decades, for millennials, and they lived and they produced empires unlike any other empire. King Mansa Musa from Mali, the world's quote unquote, the world's most wealthiest man of all time.
Yeah.
With his gold trade and going to Mecca and coming back, and the history's there. I think if we were educated more to our history without the whitewashing and the indoctrination, there's one brother named Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know if you heard of him or seen his channel, man. Oh my God, man. He's another brother online that we need, He's somebody like that needed funding for that school for years, And I was surprised to see all these millionaires, that are, all these brothers, these sisters that have money to fund things like that, shortchange him, in a sense, and not provide for that man and the cause he's about, which is a great cause if you think about it. A Pan-Africanist themed school for African people of African diaspora, mainly, to go to and to be educated without the quote unquote whitewashing of history, to give it to them how it really is. Because at the end of the day, when reality kicks into these brothers here in America, it's a backbreaking labor society for us, a pipeline, like they say, a system from school to prison. Set up.
Let me hold your thought. I'm gonna let my brother come in right here. Faraz, I think it is right here, brother. How are we doing?
Pretty good, go black to Africa. Hey man, wow bro. Habari gani? Kwanza nizungumze Kiswahili. Habari yako? Kiswahili.
Nzuri.
Mambo vipi? Mambo poa. Asante sana. Now I really asante sana. Karibu sana. Nashukuru sana. Asante sana. You know what? Now I really feel like we're really connected. We look alike and we're really connected. And actually, go black to Africa. I wish if you could start this like 20 years ago, to bring people together, because without you, we couldn't be together like today. You know, and the thing which touches me, actually, you guys talk everything today. You talk a lot of things which I can't even add anything more than that. But the only thing I want to talk today is to appreciate for both of you to be here, and I really touched that you guys you know everywhere now. You know Africa. You know the cultures back there. You've been there. Go black to Africa. I feel like you coming from Tanzania. I don't know if you're gonna leave Tanzania and go black to Africa. I know you based there now forever. Anyway, so the thing which I want to add it up is about the guy who's Ahmed. Ahmed, I know you from Mwanza, man. I really appreciate you. You're my brother, man. I'm from Kilimanjaro.
Salam, kakangu.
Mhm.
Asante sana ndugu yangu. Nashukuru ndugu yangu.
I miss
Man,
Tanzania so
I'm go-
much. I want to leave every day. I'm planning to leave, Lord willing,
I don't know what
inshallah,
I don't know
next
what
year.
I don't know what you're waiting out here, because let me tell you, I'm in States actually. Right now I'm in Chicago actually, and I've been in States for 20 years, but I've been in and out for 20 years. Since 2000 I've been here, but you know what? I'm not a citizen of this country, to be honest with you, but I didn't want to be the citizen, so um, I just come here and I do my stuff and go back home. And back there, I'm a farmer. Go back to Africa. I think you know very well, because you've been many places. And we farm there. People, they don't know that you can farm in Tanzania and be well.
Yeah.
Me, like myself, I farm in a place called Tanga, on the way to Kilimanjaro. There's a place called Korogwe. We have a very beautiful land there. You can farm wherever you want it. So I've been farming there since almost for 15 years. I've been farming there, and the outcome is not like bad. It's very good outcome. You can live in it. You can do business out of that crops you're getting. I'm really doing good. But the point of me to be here, most of the people sometimes they ask me, why are you keeping staying in United States? It's not like I'm staying in United States. I've been getting my exposure everywhere. I've been everywhere. I'm a kind of guy that I like to hustle everywhere and to go around the world and see the potential everywhere. But don't forget where you came from. That's on the main point. You know what I mean? So
What kind of crops are you growing?
Excuse me?
What kind of crops are you growing there?
Come again. Yeah, it's according to the season. Back home, especially in Tanzania, most of the people they grow things according to the season. But particularly myself, like last year, I had a maize, which turned up very good. I had like 75, we can say, bags. Which one bag is about 100 kilogram. You know about that. You see. So, and the year prior, I did vegetables and what you call cucumbers. I did cucumber. I did watermelons. I did a lot of stuff. I mean, every time come different. But you know what? The outcome is not bad. It's not bad at all. You see. So people they know, or people they don't know, if you can do or you can farm in Tanzania and live accordingly, very well according to the farm. So even if when you're thinking about coming to Tanzania, don't think on one side like you want to do like a diamonds, or you want to do some different kind of business, but you can think about farming too.
Yeah,
And let me put this very clear, Mr. Let me put this very clear, Mr. Go Black. In Tanzania, by the way, it's not hard to get a permanent residence in Tanzania. It's not very hard to be welcome in Tanzania. You know what I mean?
Please share how you get a residence. It's not that hard.
It's not really hard. By the way, it's just the same system. If you marry somebody there, it's automatically you're a citizen.
Yes.
Yeah,
no question about it.
That's a beautiful thing. That's love in itself. You see how it's simple. If you marry there, it's right away, and your kids. If you had a kid, even the kid born in America, or is automatically Tanzanian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very simple, to be honest with you. It's very simple to live in Tanzania, and you've been there. Everywhere in Africa, there's a little bit of corruption here and there. That's the way of trying. It's not everybody is okay, but you know what? This is the way we live there. But it's not bad. It's not that you can't pursue. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I would like to talk to these African American brothers and sisters down here. They really have to think down there is more potential than anywhere they are right now. You know what I mean? If they try to go back there,
I'll tell you this right here. I'll tell you this right here that not everybody trying to get married and not everybody trying to have more kids. So that's one that's out of the picture right there. You know what I'm saying?
I know for one, I'd love to marry in Tanzania. You know, just having gone back and forth, having family there. You know,
Well,
Dar es Salaam, Mwanza,
That's
Shinyanga.
right.
I'm one for definitely
Shinyanga.
marrying an African woman. You know, staying in Tanzania, living there. I could
You come to Kilimanjaro. You come to Kilimanjaro and get a beautiful wife from the mountain. You know, she's a hard worker lady. You know, lovely. You know, I'll tell you one story, man. You know, I've been talking to many people in United States here, many friends of mine about Africa, and actually, I really talk about you. Go black to Africa. You know, I met a lot of African American here. They don't know go black to Africa, and I'm just like, you don't know this guy. I open the YouTube and show them and say, I want you to listen to this guy. If you listen to this guy, if you watch this guy, you learn something, and one day you're gonna remember me. We're not gonna meet today because I'm a truck driver too here. So you know, I go everywhere. I just came from Tennessee, where you came from. You know, because every time when I came to Tennessee, boom, I just go black to Africa. It came from here. You know, he used to live here. You know, things like that. You know, I watched you when you were in Ohio, and I just miss you in the hair. I was like, oh, I miss this guy in the hair. He's just doing a show right now in Ohio. I was there. You know what I mean? So, but it's just like that. I just want to tell you this story about that guy in Phoenix, Arizona. He's an African American guy. Before he didn't like me.
You got 2 minutes.
You know?
You got 2 minutes to tell your story.
I got 2.
Family, the link is in the chat.
Okay.
If y'all want to call in, family, the link is in the chat. Let me put the link back in.
All right. Long story short, this guy, after I talked to him about Africa, he said he want to try to go and see by himself. Guess what? I asked him how long you're going to stay. You think you're going to do this? He said 2 weeks. I said, you know what? I'm giving you 50% of your ticket right now. Long story short, when he gets to Tanzania, I organized people to welcome him. He ended up staying 9 months instead of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And guess what? When he came back, he was talking fluent to Swahili, and he was like, you know what, Mjomba? I'm not staying here. I'm going home. I said, where? I said, Tanzania, because, you know, before, he told me, before, he was not complete. But when he get to Tanzania, half of himself completed. You know what I mean? Because of the love he get there. You know what I mean?
Love.
So
love.
Yeah. So
I think my minute. I think I'm done. But you know what? Anyway, I would like to appreciate brothers. You know, very very much. You know, sana asante sana, Mr. Go Black to Africa. Naomba sana uende usiondoke Tanzania. Tafadhali sana. Usiondoke Tanzania. Wewe nataka. I know you have
Don't
a
leave
condo in Zanzibar.
Tanzania.
You told
stay
us.
home where you belong.
yeah.
Stay home. Yeah, stay home. You stay home, and I want you to come back, man. Nataka urudi nyumbani bwana, na njoo nyumbani sasa. Time imekwisha. I'm going on December next month. I'll be there.
Okay.
And when I go to Africa, when I go home, it takes me 5 months to come back here.
Well, email me your info and stuff like that, and then I'll make sure when I get there around January, February, I'll look you up. All right, brother?
Exactly. And actually, there's a time I emailed you about the book, and I told you on my email that my son is gonna come and pick up the book from you, but unfortunately, your wife didn't have enough books, and he didn't want to, because I said I'll pay the same amount. And I want that book. I really want that book because I really want to keep it. Okay. There's a very good stuff in there. And I will email you. And when I come back to Tanzania, we're going to hang up. I'm going to show you around. You don't know around.
We all need to hang out.
You know what I mean? So
it's unimaginable. I mean,
and actually, my brother out there, I wait for you to. Hey,
All right,
Karibu
fam.
sana bwana,
Hey,
usiondoke
I'm
nyumbani,
cutting you short,
usiondoke
brother.
nyumbani tafadhali sana, na kuomba urudi nyumbani tukae pamoja.
All right, okay.
We're too endearing, man. We're Tanzanian people.
Yeah,
You know, we
I
want you
know.
to be family right
Y'all
away.
turn
Like,
this,
you know,
y'all turning my show into a Tanzanian.
Kabisa.
People like, what are they talking? What is this, Swahili? I don't understand. Yo,
yeah, man.
y'all need to give each other your phone number and talk to each other on the phone. Nah.
Now, look,
Let me
I'll
move
reach
forward.
out to you too via email.
Okay, man. Okay.
I'll look you up.
Yeah, go black to Africa@gmail.com.
Okay,
Go ahead and send me a message.
Definitely, definitely. I'll
I
have
got
my
you.
name and
I
contacts
got you.
there.
I got you,
Even
and I
if
really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
we
I appreciate
appreciate
it.
you too, brother.
All right.
Okay.
Peace out.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, man. I just want to give you a shout out. Shout out to brother Go Black to Africa for doing this thing on YouTube and educating the diaspora on the beauty, the love, the wealth, the camaraderie, you know, of Africa, and to go if you have a chance, and don't just go black to Africa. We'll reach out, brother, if we ever get a chance to meet in Tanzania, Lord willing.
All right. Hey, peace out.
Okay, brother. Peace,
All right.
peace and love.
Yeah, you get love from all over the places. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a beautiful conversation. Just people coming and chiming in. Hey, the link is in the chat. Those who want to ask questions, those right there who has comments on my travels, those things that you want to see, those things you want to hear, those things you want me to do. The link is right here in the chat because you know, like I said, it's not about me, it's about we, because I really want to encourage, motivate each person to visit the motherland. I'm telling you, your life will never be the same. It will never be the same. Look out for my my website, goblacktoafrica.com. That should be coming out here in January. I'm excited for that. You'll be able to catch more of my videos and more of my talks. You're going to be able to see we're going to be launching some tours there on the east of Africa, as well as probably trying to incorporate the west of Africa. Going to be I am supposed to be connecting with another brother who Humble Beginnings is the name of his shirts that he do. We're going to try to tie together and put, you know, Go Black to Africa on that, so that you all who people have been asking for different shirts or different items, he'll deal with that there, because the shippings and all that stuff there. I'm not trying to work no more, but I appreciate you. Now, let's see here. We had somebody, we'll see, talked about Ethiopia. For those who right there don't know, I was in Ethiopia. Let's talk about Ethiopia. What do you want to talk about Ethiopia? Call in. I was there in Ethiopia. If you haven't been, some people are new to my channel. I was in Ethiopia, had a great time there. You know, definitely a life experience. Ethiopia has a total different vibe. There is a different spirit that hovers over Ethiopia. Something I just cannot explain and put my finger on, but it's different. It's really different. So your answer, sunny side up. I've been to Ethiopia, Eritrea. I will plan on going there, but it's in the cards. We'll see which way it goes. Let's see what other questions you all have, comments and all that right there. Let's see here. Let's see. Purchase land in Africa can help as well. Okay, I think that was a comment to something else. We're waiting on our call in. If you want to talk about Ethiopia, what you want to talk about Ethiopia? If you got a country that you're from and you want to talk about it, share with the people about your country. You want to put a spotlight on your country. This is the time right now that you can go ahead and share about your country. You get 5 minutes though, because we got some long-winded people out here. A lot of people got a lot to say and a lot to share, and nothing wrong with that. We got right here, Farrar says, please pray for Ethiopia. Yeah, Ethiopia's going through some times right now. You know, they got the war, the war, if you will, going on in Tiger area up there, northern part of Ethiopia. I've seen I put some videos out when it came to how the UN and all them are doing some foul things, and the president put out like seven of them out of the country. Yeah, so you know, yeah, there's some things going on there, but a lot of things going around the world. Let's see. Well, we got here. Ethiopia will fix itself. Of course, Ethiopia should, Sometimes people don't need to meddle in business and let people just do it themselves. But every time we invite a doggone Western country, that's where the problems start. See, that's the problem that Ethiopia's got. Sometimes you need to say, we don't need y'all help. Y'all don't need to come. But see, when you tie it into these European doggone groups, these so-called United Nations and all these other places, then sometimes then you got to realize that European wants to control everything. So when they try to come in and push you aside, they put up their headquarters, and then they want to lead, and they want to exclude those who are supposed to be a part of the process and supposed to be the leaders. Y'all should already know. This ain't nothing new. I don't understand why some of these African countries can't open their eyes and realize that. I don't know. Wasi.
Yes, sir.
Did I say it right? Wasi.
That's right. That's right.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. So I just want to say I'm Ethiopian. I'm from Ethiopia. So everything you're saying is really true. And I'm glad that you're using this platform and telling the rest of the people to understand and to know what's happening. And thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. I've been watching you for a while, and my wife and I, we both really subscribed to your channel, so we are following you. You're doing a great job. I just want to say thank you on that. So and I just want to say, coming on this live, and say just pray for Ethiopia. There's a lot of things happening. The Western, the UN, the media, they're all trying to attack Ethiopia at this time because we said no to the Western. We can do better. We can be independent. And the Western, they don't want to accept that. As African, they always want to send us aid, and they just want to keep us poor. But we want to do more. Hey, we don't need you barley and the wheat. We can produce that ourselves. We can feed our people. We don't need those things from you. So, but they don't like that. So that's why this always happening from the CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, UN to EU. They all are focusing on Ethiopia right now.
In saying that too, Ethiopia's got to understand there is a propaganda war happening against them right now, because this is what they do. Coming from a military man who worked in intelligence, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is what they do before they go on attacks. They will attack you propaganda, or send out that propaganda, so that the world will think that this country is supposedly doing foul things, so that then when the people keeps getting this message, and you keep hearing Ethiopia is doing this, Ethiopian is doing that, the war here, and these foul things that are happening. So then it's just building up for them to plan an attack. They did that to Gaddafi. They did it to daggone Saddam Hussein. They did it to daggone. They did it to all of these countries out here who do not, as you say, who says no.
That's you are absolutely right. Libya was better off with Gaddafi. Libya was better with Gaddafi. Even Iraq was better, with Saddam. Syria was better. Now they went and destroyed the government and they didn't bring any better for people. And they ruined human lives. So for those who are sitting here and don't understand, the brainwashing from the media is telling you how to think. Especially as a Black, we should really think and stand for ourselves. Enough is enough. That's exactly what's happening in Ethiopia right now, I believe.
This right here is a weapon that we can use to get the message out. And more people needs to start using these to capture the truth and put it out on media. Because just like when I put the video up there of the Ethiopian sister who was saying, there was a big old rally going on there, and they were telling people, America, stay out of our business. CNNs, BBCs, y'all stay out of our business, and that, we have to utilize this, because when they use the weaponry of propaganda against us, people are going to believe it. But when you on the ground and you're saying, no, this is not happening, This is not, because they want to make it seem like people are dying by the thousands and the women are being raped. They want to throw women and children and everything because people got this, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Are y'all going to go in there and stop? See, that's the lies they start telling. Then all of a sudden now they're going to go ahead and get everybody to buy into this propaganda so that when they do the blow, then there's not an uproar from the people. That's why Ethiopia better start getting on their weapons and show people, we got to stand together because we are in a war with the West. The war is putting propaganda against us, and they need to understand that. They're trying to put this propaganda so people can buy into a lie. So when they come in, people say, oh, yeah, they went in and did a good thing. They helped them out.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's what's happening right now. I have a lot of friends here in the United States, also back home. A lot of people who never used Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Everybody is getting into that social media, so people know the truth. And a lot of people are really angry what's happening right now in Ethiopia. So what you just said is so true, that we have to start using all of the social media, all of the means to put the truth out there, so everybody knows exactly what's happening.
Everybody's on this daggone thing right here, and they just worried about flipping through. They do their little thumb thing all day, looking at garbage.
Right.
They are not so concerned about what's happening around them, but they can find all comedy and this little silly things going on. While they're so focused on the silly things, they robbing and killing you from behind, and that's what we need to wake up to. This right here is a tool. People talk about these phones right here, right? This is not a phone. People say, oh my God, you will pay $1,000, man, for a phone? Well, look, this is just not a phone. This is a computer. This right here is a camera. This is a recorder. This right here is the internet. This right here, you can do multi things with it. If I went and bought, and I got my Canon camera, I got, you put how much I paid for that,
right?
And you go buy a recorder. You go ahead and you try to buy your computer for internet. You go try to buy. Oh, it's way more than this, but people are not utilizing this for what it's worth. We need to change the mindset of social media. We need to start storytelling the truth. We need to get off of these social medias for entertainment and start really doing what we're supposed to do. Keep an eye on the enemy and show the world what's happening.
Amen to that. I just want to say to you and thank you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Really, I'm serious. You're going through Africa and showing the truth, what's happening behind the scenes. So I thank you. I pray for you, and thank you for what you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Wasi, man. You have a beautiful evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You too.
All right now. So, family, we got to tell the truth, and that's what I've been doing since I've been back here in damn Erica. Put the D in front of America, capitalize the E. Damn Erica, because she is so foul, but yet want to be in everybody else's business and control them when they say no, like Wasi was saying. Damn Erica gets upset. She now wants to show her ass because of the fact that somebody told her no. And what do? We sit here blindly and allow her to go trample around the world and control these so-called countries that are subject to her, thinking that she is really supposed to be the great one. The only great one she is the gray whore. And that's just being real. And that's what blows my mind is that when people are dying to come to this country for the sake of money, well, I get it. Yes, I get it. I understand. But you better understand, too, what the cost and the consequences are. That's why I'm showing Case Africa, giving you a taste of each country so that you can see, wow. So many people talking about America is the greatest country in the world. Have you ever left America? No. Okay, how are you going to say that then? But the beautiful thing is that it's so rich. It ain't perfect. And I got a story or two I'm going to rip here shortly because it's a shame that the citizens of Africa are not getting the respect they are due by their government, some of these governments. But it's a shame too how some of the citizens conduct themselves, scamming, corrupt themselves, but yet say the government is corrupt. So we got to get better in that area. Because once we do, then, you know what I'm saying, now more they can thrive and it can flourish and all that right there. That's the way I see that how we can do. But for us who have not been to visit, I'm saying to you all, you gotta go visit Africa. You have to go visit Africa, for you came from Africa. You came from Africa. Your ancestor, it runs in your blood, your DNA. And I guarantee your life will never be the same. Alquan.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Yeah, man. I kind of wanted to be on when that Wasi was on because I was going to touch on that Ethiopian situation. And you mind if I speak on that a little bit?
Go ahead, brother. What you got?
Okay, now I find the things that's going on in Ethiopia to be pretty coincidental and not.
Are you
so
from, are you from Ethiopia? First of all, are you from Ethiopia?
Oh, no.
Where you from?
New York.
Okay, you from America. Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I find things that's going on there to be pretty coincidental, at the very least. That, of course, you know, Ethiopia and Eritrea went at it, and they got their independence, and they weren't really talking much. And then I think it was last year or earlier this year they opened up relations, and now you have this type of situation going on, and plus you have the dam that's going on, and Egypt, which is currently occupied by Ottoman Turks who claim to be Arabs. And they feel threatened by the dam because they think that the water flow is going to drop off some. And to me, I'm like, the nerve of them. You know, they're colonizers on stolen land, and they want to tell Ethiopia what to do so they can help modernize their country.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, to me, I think number one, Egypt, they threatened to go to war with Ethiopia, and I always said to myself, well, how are they going to pull that off? That's number one, because there are a few there's a country blocking them, you know, and when it comes to a situation like that, does a country like Sudan help Egypt out, or do they choose to help Ethiopia out or abstain? And, you know, Sudan is in the Arab League, so you never know which direction they're going to go in. And I just think it's kind of interesting that all these things started happening after Egypt started causing concerns about the Nile is stolen. You know, to me, I think this is a perfect opportunity for African countries to unite. To me, if I was an African leader, I'm going to be honest with you, I would have invaded Libya and taken that a long time ago, because there ain't nothing but 5 million people in the country. I mean,
if you were what country?
No, whatever country. You give me the country, I'm going to put it together. I would have invaded Libya and taken that over, taken it back, and then eventually taken Egypt back. Who should have invaded, you're saying? No, I'm saying if I was the leader of an African nation closer enough to Libya, I would have taken it over by now, because it's there for the picking. It's only a few million people in there. You know, and I'm not. The only problem is there's the military. They ain't got no military force. Right. That's what I mean. So that's why it was easy to take. So in Sudan, why should it be taken? You think? Why? Yeah. Because it's occupied by Ottoman Turks who call themselves Arabs, not African people. So you don't mind them running taking the land? I don't have any problem. Look, this is my thing right here. You know, I don't have any problem with Arabs and all that right there, or those who are in Africa. What do I mean by that? Yeah, we know the history and we know how it is. And yeah, you know, if you got the military force, you know, yeah, we can act like Westerns and go ahead and take over things. Yes, it was conquered and fought and wars happened, and it is what it is. But to me, it's like, you know, where does it get us? Where does it get, you know, where does it get us if we, you know? You want to know where? I'll tell you where it gets you. Where it gets you? You get historic ruins back in your hands, and you get those tourist dollars instead of them getting those tourist dollars.
Man, do you know how many African countries, man, has got tourist dollars, man, and they ain't doing a goddamn thing with it?
How many African countries got Roman ruins, ancient Egyptian ruins, Carthaginian ruins?
Well, what's what I'm saying though? What I'm saying is that where you want to talk about the ancient ruins, Africa still has a lot of old history that tourism, they ain't doing nothing with it. You know,
But
Ghana, for instance. All right, Ghana, Gambia, Senegal. When you go, you don't know if you ever been to those countries.
no, but I know about them.
You ask yourself that all the tourists that come in there to them countries right there, what are they actually doing with some of that money? I don't know, and I ain't gonna try to say what they should or should not be doing with the money. But you're talking about taking over a country because of the ancient ruins.
No,
for
no, no, no,
money
no,
for the
not
sake
not
of
only
money
that.
for
No, no,
tourism.
not just for the tourism, but because it's supposed to be it's African. I say I'm not an Pan Africanist or nothing like that. I believe that should be done. So I'm kind of shocked to hear that from you, because the opportunity is rare. You might as well go for it. You know, another country is
Well,
Mauritania is piss poor.
who you gonna name to go over there and take Libya?
Huh?
Who's gonna go over there and take Libya out of the African countries, the sub-Sahara Africa?
Well, you say that sub-Saharan stuff. I don't believe in that, but any country bordering Libya, like Chad or something like that, it's easy pickings. The only thing you got to worry about is whether or not the white man is going to intervene.
Well,
That's the
you
only
know
thing.
that's gonna happen.
They might not. Depends on what kind.
No. They going look. All of them are tied into whether they in the African Union, whether they in the EU, whether they are in the associated with the UN. I mean, yeah, when you supposed to go in, if you go in and take over a country, whatever, you will deal with some forces coming at you,
Well, if
unless you're America or Europe.
or if you declare your support for Israel, then you might be looking good.
I don't know. I mean, my thing is that I don't know. I mean, hey, it's your opinion, man. Hey, and it's your opinion. I mean,
But
I ain't no problem
I
with it.
think we gotta look out. See, the reason why I say this is because of the events in Ethiopia. Because what are African nations and people who are Pan Africanists or who love Africa? What are they gonna do if the Ottoman Turk occupied Egypt starts bombing the Ethiopian dam? Because they threatened to do that.
Yeah, they did.
Who's gonna do anything? That's the question. Now Ethiopia ain't nothing to mess with in war, and they've proven that. Now, this Egyptian country, as we know, the Israelis, they beat, I think it was a 6-day war. They beat everybody surrounding them at the same time. So we already know that the limits to their military power, even though they have one of the most powerful militaries in Africa. But
Yeah,
it's hard.
and that's what you're saying is that you mess with one Muslim brother, you're gonna have to deal with the rest of his dozen cousins. I mean, that's just how it is. You think Africa, one of the countries Africa gonna come up there and take, and you mess with a Muslim brother, they stick together.
Well, not really. I mean, look at Sudan. I mean, look.
Well, hold up. Let's just say this right here, okay? Not everybody is treated equally as a Muslim brother because you carry yourself as being a Muslim. There are those two prejudices that go on within their sect of Muslims. I mean, some are going to consider themselves to be Arabs or whatever names they call themselves and separate from others. That's just a matter of fact, you know. But
Right.
you know how we are. I mean, let a dark-skinned black African country come and try to take over Libya. And if they did, what would be the backlash?
But I got some news for you though.
What?
One of the warring factions in Libya is black.
Say that again.
One of the warring factions in Libya is black. One of the leaders.
Well, I mean, yeah, they do have black people there. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying what country is going to go ahead and do that? Number one, if they ain't Muslim, they're not going to attack another Muslim brother. Number two, if they ain't Muslim, you're going to have to dealing with the Muslims. You know what I'm saying?
But Africans, they don't think like that, because even a country like
what?
Think like, okay, you know what? These are foreign occupiers. Let's take the land back when we get the opportunity. Because
no, they don't think like that.
Yeah, because I dated African women, and they look at everybody who's on Africa as being African.
Now I'm gonna tell you, some of the youth are waking up though, who are starting to see and understand what we've been saying when it comes to colonizers and this whole game of what we see these allies who joined together and have pillaged and robbed out of Africa. The youth are seeing it, I mean, every day, and they're waking up, which is a good thing. But, my thing is like, hey, you know, Africa should be free. I believe, like Gaddafi said, Africa should be one continent together in unity.
See, now you're thinking like I was thinking. See,
what? I mean,
you said there should be one. Now the North, they don't want to be Africa, really. They want to be so-called Arabs. So you gotta take them. They took the land. Keep it the Ottoman Empire. That's the one I like concentrating on, not the Arabs, because the Arabs have been out of power for quite some time. It's these Ottoman Turks. You gotta take that land back when you get the opportunity. And right now, Mauritania is weak and piss poor. Libya is weak and piss poor. You could help one of the factions in Libya in African unity.
I'm sorry to tell you, brother, I don't even think African countries, man, most of Black African countries, if you will, has a military force to even fight off the weakest country out here in the world's military. They just don't have the military power.
Let me tell you this. Whenever you see countries in a conflict, right, and you see part of their military weapon or arsenal is camouflage painted Toyota pickup trucks, that's a weak military. So anybody can go in there with armored vehicles and deal with them.
Yeah.
You can flatten one of those trucks with a tank. Yeah. So I mean, that's all they really have are guns. All you need in Africa is a proper missile defense system and design and make your own guns. That's all you need, really.
This war ain't even on no guns no more, man. Missiles. Yeah, you can take missiles and launch them all over the place. This is man. Look, this is a total different war now. You do know now, man. It's a thing called space war.
Cyberspace. Cyberspace. Okay, but that's.
You know now that because I worked in the headquarters U.S. Space Command, and when they launched the Space Command, whose president was it then? Back in 2004, who was that? Bush. They started the space project of trying to go ahead now and go beyond than what we see today as a aerial or a land or a sea force. We are now a space force.
Right. The only question is who are they planning on battling in space?
Not in space, no, bro. They can shoot, man. They trying to shoot from outer space to hit your countries from outer space.
Yeah, satellites.
Yeah, by satellite wars, man. This is what.
Now let me ask you this: Do you believe those intercontinental ballistic missiles can really reach anywhere in the Earth in 2 hours? Be honest.
I don't know what to believe of when it comes to those. Its capacity. Can it reach?
Because if they can, what do you need to shoot something from space then? If they can do that.
So, hold up, you said there's a ballistic missile can travel 2 hours across the globe?
Yeah, that's what they say when it comes to that nuclear threat. They always say, "Oh, these ICBMs can reach anywhere in the world in 2 hours."
I mean, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
Hey, peace and blessings. I'm sorry to cut you. I just wanted to say something.
No, what's up, bro? What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing? I really appreciate you, man. You're always covering the good topics and bringing in a good issue that we need to cover, and just to say for the gentleman here, as far as for myself, I actually am a Muslim, but I understand where you're coming from as far as lands that were taken back in the past and trying to take back. But you got to really understand now that we're in a different situation. And unless you do DNA checks for every human being on that continent to figure out if they're fully African or not, this is going to be almost impossible. So it's a diversity that's there, and to really actually get is who you can get that they may have Arab and they may have African. I know, like Gaddafi, he had Arab and African mixture from his people where he came from, and in Egypt, Nasser, which was because I lived in Egypt for a few years and I studied some of the history. Nasser was one of the Arab presidents before Mubarak, the one that they overthrew, and he pretty much was a very, very, pro Arab, pro African Arab country. not no Ottoman Empire or any of that type of stuff, but because he had mixture of African and Arab, background, and also the part that was African happened to be Aswani. So Aswan is divided between, well, it's Egypt, but it's pretty much they're divided as far as their people, and they know their culture as being Nubian and like this. So it's too much to get into a thing where you're going to be ended up having major issues of trying to take over people's lands and not knowing that they actually are African, because you might perceive them as being Arab because they might be light skinned. And look at Latinos. They're mixtures of African and they're mixtures of Taino Indians and mixture of Spaniards. So this is a thing that we got to take into consideration, that whoever is pro Africa for Africa is the people that we deal with. But it's those who are not, then leave them alone. Don't bother them. As long as if you have a full rulership of people who are pro-African and want to be, focusing on having Africa rule itself and Africa do for itself and raise itself up, and there's people who are maybe against that, as long as the power is dominant in that aspect, then this shouldn't be a bother. You say go over there and you have your space, but just be quiet. Because if you get out of hand, then we have to go through process of law to remove you from the land, banish you, what have you. Whatever legislation could be put in. But as far as going military this and trying to take over, there's going to be some problems. Look at what's going on, like you mentioned about Ethiopia. There's going to always be problems with people who are different in how to run a country or ownership of the land or ownership of the resources and the likes of this. We have to make more unitarian type of maneuvers than just aggressive maneuvers. You
mind if I address a couple of things that you just mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
Now you talked about.
Hold on. This ain't my show. We ain't getting into that. I'll let y'all go on.
Can I please? Because it's important. It's really important. It's really important. Please.
It's not important. Let it go. It's not.
No. It's not about the military aspect. It's just about a couple of things that he said that I just want to really address. Please.
Alquan, you're gonna have to learn, man. Just let it go.
Yeah, but we're having a discussion, though.
The discussion is going black to Africa. What do you want to see me do?
I'm gonna tie it into that.
Right.
Now, Nasser, you said he was African-minded, but yet Nasser combined his country with Syria for the United Arab Republic. You know that. So that kind of takes away from that African heritage thing or the African claim. Yeah. And the Tuaregs in the Sahara, they're light and mixed, but yet they were damaging some of the Timbuktu sites.
Okay. Well, like pretty much, even like the gentleman that just left, he was talking and giving the brother here his credit due to what he's trying to do, and going black to Africa is a genre, is a meaning to that. You know what I mean? So this guy, I don't know if he was Muslim or what was his background, but he to me he didn't seem like, as we might portray and say, okay, this is a regular African guy. He's a light-skinned guy. I just seen when I came in, and I could perceive it and say, oh, he might be Spanish or he might be something else. Just like to say to Spanish people, oh, y'all don't have no place to come here because your people are from over there. But my mother's Spanish, and her African heritage is from Benin, and she looks a little lighter than me. She's not here now,
So do any of y'all got questions for?
You trying to go back to Africa? Yeah, I got a question for you, bro. I'm sorry.
I want to go back to Africa.
In Tanzania, you're starting to do some trading and something going on as far as I heard a little bit. You said you're trying to organize trading type of.
No, I'm not trying to do any trading at all. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing some tours. But
I'm sorry, tours. That's what my bad.
Yeah.
Touring. Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm looking at maybe trying to launch that the next summer.
Okay, so I'll keep posted and check into you. So you're gonna be coming up with a website soon by January, I heard. By January. Okay, yep. So and that is the same name, Black to Africa, or is it
Go Black to Africa? Yeah, .com.
Okay. All right, I'll check into that. I just wanted to touch base with you and give my peace and blessings, keep up the lessons and everything, and I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead because I'm at work. And I just wanted to pop in And my brother on the other hand, keep up the spirit of trying to, get to Africa. That's what the brother's trying to talk about. I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. Okay. All right. So y'all be good and peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
All right, now I got a question to you. I got a question to you about the Black to Africa situation.
Yeah.
And this is another question I had with the guy. I'm sure you're familiar.
Let me answer a couple of these questions real quick.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Somebody asked, was my wife going to be joining me on this trip here? She'll be joining me a little later when she takes a little of her time off from her job. But I'll be spending most of my time just gallivanting around here in the motherland. Let's see here. Let's see. I passed up one. Am I linking up with Watamaya? Not that I know of. I mean, if our paths cross, if I see him around and all that right there, definitely like to I like to, connect with my boy and your man, because he's the village boy and I'm your man. So yeah, it would be nice to, connect. We will when our paths cross and all that stuff right there.
Yeah, that's what
all right. What you got, my brother?
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Wadi Meyer, because like you guys go to Africa. Well, obviously he's in it, and I kept asking him. I'm like, okay, this is good. I like what you're doing. I like these videos, but stop neglecting the North. When are you going to North Africa? Because people in the chat room said that they don't exist, but there are indigenous Black North Africans still in Africa, and some of them need people's help. Because you have Black activists in Tunisia, not imported Africans into Tunisia, but indigenous Black Africans in Tunisia who keep fighting against the Ottoman Turks and their discrimination and everybody else. So, I mean, you can't keep neglecting the North. You know what I mean?
Well, hold up. Let me ask you a question. Have you been to Africa?
No, I have not.
Why are you neglecting Africa?
Well, I'm not, because that's why I'm pretty knowledgeable about the political atmosphere.
No, man. No, come on, man. You can't put a judgment on somebody because they ignoring North Africa. You ain't been to Africa?
Well, I mean, I don't have to go, but it's just the people who are going, they seem to ignore the North.
So, I mean, don't they have a right to go where they want to go?
That's true, but I mean...
I'll go to the North. You want me to go to the North? Okay. I got a cash app I'm going to let you send, all right? I want you to go ahead because you don't know how much it costs. Number one, to go travel. Number two, see, I deal with people like you all the time. See, you want us to go do what you want to do, but then when we ask you the question, okay, once you start your YouTube channel and then you hit those North countries up, then all we get is
Oh, that's not my mission. But let me ask you this: what's the furthest north that you've been in Africa?
I was born in Libya. I've been to Egypt. I was there almost 3 weeks.
You were born in Libya?
Yeah, I was born in Libya.
Under what circumstances?
Huh?
Under what circumstances?
I was born there.
I mean, like military or?
My mom. They flew my mom over to Libya to have me because my dad was military over in Greece.
Okay, so you can claim African, huh? And Arab, right?
I am, brother. I am African. Yeah. So why haven't you been to Africa?
Well, the truth be told, I dated many African women, so Africa has come here.
Okay, to me. But come on, man. Okay, so you don't aspire to go visit the continent?
I'll be honest with you. I'd rather visit Italy first because I'm into history. You know what I mean? So I like seeing historical sites. I don't like having fun, so to speak. Fun is looking at what happened.
Hold up. You got to help me there. Hold up. You like to see historical sites.
Right.
The oldest continent that's around, which you can find in Africa, you want to go to Italy to go see.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, the best stuff in Africa to see is currently run by Ottoman Turks in Egypt.
Who cares?
Who cares?
It's history. You still can go see it though. What are you talking about?
But they're getting the money. You don't want the money going to Africans?
Oh, so you're gonna give it to the Europeans when you go to Italy?
Hey, at least they make pizza, right? I mean,
all right, Alcon, you done.
I do. All right, man.
Peace out, brother. Look, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. We're going to talk about this right here, but then we're going to run and take our money over to Italy. Then we're going to talk about the Arabs right there. We don't want to give my money to the Arabs, but then you want to go ahead and give the money to the Europeans. Huh? And they're the ones, our history is there in Africa where we can go see and learn for ourselves, because all this book learning and stuff right there don't mean nothing when depending on the person who's actually writing the books and sharing the history. But really, come on, man. Come on. This is right here what I'm talking about, right here. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna blast you too bad because I put you off and all that right there real quick. Cut you short. But isn't this what we deal with? I ain't never been to Africa, got all the information about Africa, can tell you everything about Africa, then tell people why are you ignoring the North, ain't never been to Africa himself. This is what I deal with every day. Then those right there who used to be in Africa, left Africa, go to a Western world, and then as soon as you say anything about the country they're from, they upset and mad. You show my town, and why didn't you go visit this right here? Why didn't you go over there? Or why did you just show that? Were you just trying to be sly? Why you have to show that side of town? Or were you saying my? This is what we got to deal with when we out here showing the world, and people get upset. Soon as you say something about their country and they ain't been back in 20, 30 years, they got all the mouth. And then you got to deal with people who ain't never been to Africa, who go because they read in books, they know all the history, ain't never been. But my man dated women from Africa who went to America. Totally different women. I'm sorry. For those who living in dang old America, Canada, and European, and y'all been living there, y'all been living over in these countries 10, 15, 20 years, this right there, you are different than the woman who ain't never left. You have been basically indoctrinated. You got a total different way, total different perspective, total different outlook than those who are back there. I've had a videotape I did of this already, and I had to blast some Africans because they're the ones who give you all the headaches. And then the ones who never went to Africa, they give you all the mouth. They know all the history. They know everything. And as soon as you ask them, when the last time you've been back home to Africa? Or you ask them when they comment into the videos, and they got all the saying, where do you live? Oh, I'm over here in Canada. Get the heck out of here. I don't even want to hear nothing else from you. You got nothing to say. People right here, okay, let me say this right here. You have nothing to say if you've never been to Africa and you left Africa and you ain't been back. People get mad when I say this. I know I'm gonna get a lot of email. Oh, I go back and forth to Africa and all right there. But you live in these Western countries. You're building the so-called system up. Now, I'm not saying that whether or not that's good or bad. I'm saying stop trying to bring heat to other people when you yourself ain't there in your country, or you yourself ain't been to Africa. Well, you know, the Arabs and, you know, these other people that are in these countries right here, you know, I mean, they're the ones who took over this. Now, how do you know that? Well, I've been watching CNN. I've been watching the people who sit back and tell a lie. These are the ones that we've been talking about before. Because my title was, you know, let's go. Tell me what you would like to see when I go back to Africa, you know, because I know that. Look, let me tell you this right here. This ain't no easy game. This ain't no easy game. This ain't something that, you know, we just sit around and just do for the sake of just wanting to do. We have a love for people, our people. We have love for Africa so much. We are traveling, spending time from families. We are trying to capture Africa, what it offers. We are sacrificing so much. There's just those who don't appreciate it. And what pisses me off really is that you all sit back when these white daggone YouTubers go through Africa and all that right there. They get the million views. When we up here showing Africa, who stay longer than certain areas, these jokers do 3 days in and out. They do a 10-minute clip, and then you all watch their videos. They get the million views, 2 million, 5 million. They get all of these views. But when we go in for the sake of our people, we can't even get enough views because people don't have that interest. But let the white boy go in. Let the white boy go in. I guarantee you, most of y'all got subscribed to these guys' channels who come through Africa, and you listen to their story. And only thing they do is they go in there and make their money. They didn't help orphanages like I have helped. They haven't helped the homeless people like I helped. They don't help the building and helping the poor like I've done. They don't help trying to get the people off the street and take them over to the schools like I've done. Check my videos out. I know a lot of y'all are new. We give each other so much of the heat. Why ain't you going over to the north? Have you asked the white boy that? Why are you ignoring the north? Why am I ignoring the north? What are you talking about? Why am I ignoring the north? This is what we get from our own people. But none of you all say anything to the white boys. Like, hey, did you drop $1,000 over here when you went and sashayed your tail off over here with your videos and you up here making millions of dollars? Yes, they make millions of dollars. But I got to deal with it. Look, I've had death threats. I've had death threats doing this. Several death threats. Can you believe it? For what I do? Going and showing countries, showing cities, interviewing locals, and somebody get mad and want to put death threats against me. Then you go ahead, look up Go Black to Africa, those people out there who's done the YouTubes on me. Go Black to Africa, he's a fake, he's a fraud, he's just here, just shaming us, he's just this and that. They even attacked my wife. But our own people, this is our own people, this is what we do. But none of y'all go to the white boys. You've been to Drew Bensky's. Have you been to these other white boys channels while y'all sit there and view and subscribe and all that right there? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's this and that. See, this is what y'all do because you hate black folk. You give us the most hard time ever. That's why I'm trying to get out of damn Africa. That's why I said you need to go visit Africa to get that foolishness out of you. You got own Africans who leave Africa coming over here. I've seen them. I've talked to them. I've interviewed some of them. Some of the worst people you would ever meet. All they do is want to praise these Western countries. But as soon as you say something about their country, oh my God, here we go. Here we go. Why'd you want to say that about my country? You didn't show this. You didn't this and that. Why did you? See, family, you know, this all comes from daggone the Western world, the mentality. Because most of the majority of the Africans that are there on the continent, all they do is praise me in the work I do. And there's a lot of brothers and sisters in America and Canada and Europe who are there, who praises me and tell me good job. And I appreciate all that right there. But I got to, you know, I can't let Aquan get off the hook. I let him talk. Now it's my time to talk. Because I'm going to defend any YouTuber who's out here showcasing Africa. I will defend them. So if you want to say Wadamaya, why he going to the north, I'm going to defend Wadamaya. I'm going to defend those. This is a whole lot work more than you think it is. And I guarantee you, Alquan ain't never sent a penny to nobody. And I never ask people for money. But I bet you he will send money, talking about he want to give money to the Italians, but don't want to come to Africa. Ain't never been to Africa. This is what we do. I mean, for real. This is what we do. Everybody will go visit and spend their money over in European way. I ain't going to Africa. I ain't going to Africa. You ain't got to go to Africa. But don't come on my channel. This channel is about Africa. This is what my channel's about, family. You know, it's about us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want, thank you all for the super chats and all that right there. I appreciate you all, you know. I appreciate you all's kind words. The prayers that, man, many people say who pray for me. Man, you can't beat that. That in this atmosphere of the words that are being spoken, of the protection that they're asking for me to travel around Africa to show our people that, look, Africa is the lie that they try to make. That narrative that they told that Africa's only starving babies and tribal wars and Ebolas and HIVs. Because we're too silly to get off our butts to go visit and find out for ourselves. So we rather listen to what the media say and books you read. This is what we do. And then we want to tongue wrestle over issues when we talk about reading somebody else's book from their own perspective and their own agendas of trying to create a story about Mother Africa. This is what we do. We attack each other, attack each other, attack each other. A dis-ease that we need to be able to get rid of. That's why I say you need to come visit Africa. Because when you get there and you see the humbleness of a people, all the stuff that we sweat here in these countries, Western countries, they don't sweat. The stresses and stuff, majority of people don't stress. They don't sweat that. Backbiting, arguing, fussing in front of y'all. Watch my videos. I said, I have yet to see the arguing, fussing, and fighting in the countries I've been to. I've seen one fight. It was a car accident. I seen two young guys going at it. You know, I saw an argument out of the 10 months. It was only 2 in 10 months. Ain't no drama and no going into no stores and on the streets and the fighting and the killing and no. It ain't that. So, I mean, you know, my channel. So my thing is that, you know, hey, you can say what you want to say, but I mean, I'm going to defend the fact that, you know, people who are out here trying to show the beautiful, the continent of Africa. I'm gonna sit here and I'm not going to just give you the time just to come out your mouth and really speak the nonsense. I mean, really, you know, I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I understand the ignorance of our people because we have been raised into a Western world that's divided anyway. So it is what it is, you know, but we need to wake up, y'all. We really do. And, you know, because I mean, you hear what my man said there was the fact that, you know, we'd rather go to Italy. Italy for what? They'll call you a nigga in a minute. Real talk. But you want to go to Italy? Yeah, go for it. What's up there? How's it going, Amina?
Yes, Amina. How are you?
Fine. What's good?
I'm glad that you're back in one sense, and I know you can't wait to go back to the continent, you and your beautiful wife. Always praying that you have protection no matter where you go, wherever your feet travel, you and your family. I have been to Ghana, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was a life-altering experience. It was a spiritual journey for me. And I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to go to Rwanda and a couple other places. But my question to you is, have you ever considered interviewing the Dogon people concerning their original belief system?
I would love to. Most definitely, I would love to. You know, if I get the chance.
Yeah, that would be nice to see. I would like to interview them myself. Just wonder if you ever considered it. That's all. I'm not making any demands.
Have you ever seen any footage on them being interviewed or
actually? I have. Dynast Amir did, but I think, I mean, he's great. You know, he's traveled extensively, as I'm sure you have. But everyone's questioning may be different. You might give a different perspective, and you may not ask what he may have asked, because I think you're more seasoned and you're more spiritual in ways that I think I think your perspective might be a bit more in depth, you know, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, if I get the chance to, I will, you know. I will.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Well, thank you for the kind words and thank you for the prayers. Most definitely.
My pleasure.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Addis, what's happening? Addis, are you there? Hello.
Hey, my brother.
How you doing?
My
How you
name is.
doing?
How you doing? Great. I'm from Los Angeles. Originally, I'm from Ethiopia. I'm your follower. Just I'm really excited about this channel. Let's go back to Africa. I really, you know what? In my homeland, something is wrong going on. Just I'm not sure whether we can help Ethiopians by speaking out the truth. Ethiopia is crying now. All Western medias, they are targeting Ethiopian democratically elected government. So I don't know how can we help by speaking out to the truth. No, we don't need any lies. About the truth. Just speaking out the truth. Let's speak about Africa. Let's speak Ethiopia. Ethiopia, just a pioneer country, the one who found colonialism, helping African nations now. We need African people to be with us. Wherever African, maybe Caribbean, whatever. We need African nation to speak about Ethiopia. Ethiopia is crying. I'm gonna tell you, uh, particularly United States is not doing right now. It's not doing good right now. It's helping the terrorist group in Ethiopia. So please, let's speak about Ethiopia. Let's save Ethiopia. Let's save our country. So many people are dying due to the TPLF. That's a terrorist group still killing peoples in the northern part of Ethiopia, and still the Westerns, they are helping to bring into power. Just let me tell you the story about TPLF first. TPLF
Hey brother, you got
has been
2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, my friend. 2 minutes.
okay. Thank you. Actually, TPLF is thrown in 2000, overthrown 2018 by massive protests in Addis Ababa and all over the country. And TPLF has been in rule for 27 years, and it's been there was a high brutality and looting of resource, corruption, everything, human rights violations. So the people, the protest and overthrown the government, and now the Westerns, they are working to bring back that group. And I'm gonna say these things. I don't know, since many wrong things are going on there, and including the Western medias attacking the democratically elected government. Please, let's speak out Ethiopia. Let's speak out Africa. We want the democratically elected government. That is Dr. Abiy Ahmed. He now more than 100 million people are supporting Abiy Ahmed, but the Westerns supporting 5 million people's fighters. And so I'm gonna say, please, let's speak about Ethiopia and Africa.
All right,
Please,
brother.
please.
Hey.
I'm crying. Ethiopia is crying. No, so many people are dying now because of the Western medias in the Western countries. So please, let's speak about it. Thank you so much. I'm Addis from Los Angeles.
All righty. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a touchy subject. I'm not sure of the whole entire story and all that right there, but I'll say this right here. It's been great this evening talking to each and every one of you all. Each and every one of you all, I thank you for your kind words, your prayers, those super chats, all that you all do, watching the videos and all. I plan on bringing some new things here, some groovy things, I like to say now, groovy things, here in a few days. And stay in tune. The website I'll be launching here in January. Go Black to Africa.com, and also go to my my brother channel, Go Black to Africa Golden Nuggets, okay, or Gold Nuggets. And so yeah, But I gotta go because the missus says it's time for her to go to bed and all that right there. I appreciate each and every one of you all chiming in and just watching. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all. Good night, family.